Okay, he's going for it, though. I mean, look, if you hit the Ashe arrow, and then you have the follow-up poke guaranteed to hit, it is very strong. This
love
is significantly nerfed, but I mean, the ultimate is where it's at. The nerf was really on what it does in the early laning phase, which could have been on a previous patch, you'd be like, oh, it's doomed for Zarya in this lane.
And to be honest, it kind of still is.
It kind of is, yeah.
Because, like, if there's any lane that is susceptible early, it is a Zarya lane.
Early here, no vision. Pada in a risky spot here is going to see if he can flash this W. Well, he doesn't know he was about to, but he certainly might want to. Baryl going to check, maybe?
Well,
nope.
There's the flash forward, and Baryl might just be dead already. That's first blood going to death.
Yeah, certainly will be. Here's level 6 for Rascal.
Oh no, Canna not being able to play out the mind game effectively into the Counter-Strike. Bella's breath.
Canyon still. We're going to see potentially another one here as Yehu finally feels like he's got enough control of this lane to push forward.
Yeah, Flash Bear just going to come through, and in fact, it's not the bear. It's the Incinerate comes on in, and Yehu taking a lot of damage. Beryl in position though as Croco's moving over, but another stun will land. The Jace in so much trouble. Kellen somehow picks up the kills. Now Deft wanting to grab more. He can skate over, and Croco is just gonna die.
Does it like mean that I can? Okay, hold on. Wait.
Bear
Yehu
doing battle with Yehu. Yehu having a bit of trouble here, but 50 got no. The turret gets
versus Deft, who's gonna have his pretty force shortly, anyways.
Okay, well, Paddock's in a bit of trouble here. Speaking of Paddocks, there's a ram! And the Brittle Varus is going to get sent home. Beryl just getting entirely ignored here by Canna.
All right, so
there's the dash, the flash forward immediately, the cleanse out from Deft, trying to get these autos in, but the Nature's Grasp was flying forward and he knew he was dead. Rascal, Rascal is going to help out with taking this Ocean Drake as Arrow going to connect onto Showmaker in the mid lane. Shock Blast comes down, he does break his stopwatch. I don't know whether it's going to save his life. The flash comes in, there's the Wild Growth.
100-ish gold lead, 700, 800 gold lead that D+ have here. But moments like this is just like the killer instinct we're seeing from DRX, and arguably their draft isn't working, quote unquote, because they fell behind early. But it's moments like this and the clutch plays we've seen from both Paddock, from Croco in game 2, right? The plays.
Yeah, who off to the side. Piercing Arrow connects onto Canna, and you can see how much that is going to be a problem as Nature's Grasp does come down. Canna trying to get into position as Yehu does connect the Shock Blast onto Deft. Half the health bar here of Canna. As there's the Flash Tibbers. The Bear comes down and finds the backline. The flash forward from Canna isn't fantastic though as Rascal gets into the fight, but Deft takes matters into his own hands. Just eliminates the backline entirely. And now everything has fallen apart. The Phalanx has split and the flashes forward from Deft. He is mad about what happened in game 2.
Nice, and actually rips Deft apart and maybe actually bursts him down. As you can just see in this fight, when the ult comes through here from Showmaker, the rest of DRX are just kind of casually like, all right, well, what happens next? And then Deft makes the play here beautifully, has a ward here over the wall, knows exactly where Paddock and Baryl are, gets to slide through and assassinate the enemy Varus. If this doesn't happen that way, where he both assassinates the enemy AD carry, but also avoids the solo laner threat. So he's doing two things in this moment, both escaping danger, but also assassinating the enemy AD carry. If he doesn't do that, the fight definitely could have been won. It's just, it might be too much. You know, the lead is so massive here at this point for this Zeri. Croco.
Yeah, it's going to be a stun onto Croco. Cops bear to the face as well as the Nature's Grasp came through, but it's not going to be enough to save him, I don't think. The Ram is going to fly by, looking a little bit cool there as Twisted advance onto Tibbers.
Here to peel in this fight, but Rascal isn't here at all, so he's going to need a TP in. They are going to contest this. This is risky from DRX, but you don't want to just give this up.
Yep, he's got his Zhonya's now as he does flash on in. Deft in trouble, but oh, the Wild Growth, it's used onto Canna. That's a little bit frightening there if you are a Deft fan, but he gets himself out of there. They're inside the pit, it's a flip, it's taken by Rascal of all people. Deft tries to fight it out, but it does not work. And oh man, cue up the yakety sacks, because this game has gone off the rails.
This game is far from over, and Showmaker's going to die here, Kellen too, and that's a full wipe across the board. Lose this fight. If we lose this Baron, it's done. Rascal decides he's going to TP in. This is, by the way, Croco gets picked, but look what's used here. They used the Tibbers, they used the Ornn ultimate. So both of these critical tools are gone. The Ornn ultimate used to try to catch Paddock, And so both of those are gone, and Rascal gets over the wall here, and Kana saves Deft with a really nice knock-up. Wild Growth comes through, but where's the rest of your fight? You don't have Tibbers anymore. Showmaker doesn't do damage. Zeri's out of the fight. You can't win this one. Rascal's on top of this. The smite doesn't go in.
And Canyon has to flash out early.
Yeah.
Or at least, well, flashed out early. Don't know whether he necessarily had to, but it looked like he was pretty close to death.
Yeah, I think he dies if he doesn't flash out. So, I mean, this fight, I think, for DRX was such a fantastic call, though, because they know those critical ultimates are down. And nice here from Croco as he's calling for the Baron. And yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, Baron here for 5 more seconds.
All right, looking for the engage onto Croco. He flashes immediately. There is Chains of Corruption used as well. Fair few tools now down and not a lot of low health bars. On D+Kia's side, Canyon still lurking in this mist as well, which is going to make things even more scary. But look at this flank angle. Really fantastic as Deft. Trying to get some auto attacks down, but there's the counter-strike. There's the threat as Deft tries to get out of the way. Now the Ram's going to come through. They transfer to Croco. That is the first kill. Rascal goes golden yet again, and now dives forward. The flash out, though, is immediate, and Rascal's going to be taken out.
Jace, they have control of this bush. So hard to approach here. D+ going to try to push the turret.
Yeah, oh man, that's a lot of damage taken by Croco. Knockup does come forward.
Don't know about this.
May have overextended. He takes the arrow to the knee and is then going to call the Ram, but it's not going to be pushed back. Rascal finding the angle. Kellen going to be taken out first. Deft is still alive, but he doesn't have anyone to stand behind.
As he's hiding here, looking for an angle.
Yeah. And this is dangerous, right? 5 seconds, and then there's a teleport available from Kana as he has to flash so early. There is the Chains of Corruption now on cooldown, but Showmaker, his health bar is pretty much just gone.
Perhaps the shot calling was the error. Is Canyon, where are you going?
I'm not sure about that one, as Canyon's going to have to Heartbreaker his way out. Okay, the Ram is going to come through, but that is once again Call of the Forge God on cooldown. Slowed down by these shock blasts now that the Terildas has been put together. Arrow going to immediately be cleansed there.
He's going in.
Deft, he's just going to flash, going to cleanse. All right, not sure about that one as they're taking so much poke. This is what the composition wants to do, and now that is cooldowns used by D+Kia, and DRX punished them for it.
So much wave clear and so much control of the map to actually set said wards up as Deft. Bit of a peculiar decision here to try to go in. Everybody's stacked up, so maybe you end up getting a big ult here and actually doing tons of damage to push them away, but it's not the ult he was looking for. He's caught here by that Maokai ult, which is so critical, and everybody's just too low. He doesn't have anything he can heal off of here, and that's going to be slowly moving forward here as Deft damaging that Drake.
Yeah, well, here is the Ram. They look for that opportunity. The Ornn is going to get stunned, so can't actually push it back. Knockup is only onto the trees. Kellen is so incredibly low as in they go. Right diving forward is Keo, who's going to be taken down. Deft grabs that one, and now he's safely over the wall. Unfortunately, the Jax doesn't do anything, and it's a double. 11 kills now for the Zeri.
I mean, they've got the damage.
I don't think that they want to spend too much longer here as Deft is just all the way forward. He had the cleanse as Beryl. He has to get towards this fountain as quickly as he can to heal back up, but Deft is just ripping through these turrets. Croco in trouble now. There's a twisted advance. Doesn't quite find the value on the Bramble Smash, though, unfortunately, and misses that one as well as Beryl. Coming back, he's at 50%, but he's desperate to slow them down. And like you say, no minions.
Okay,
going to be
TP from Rascal. Can they catch anybody here? Yehu also has TP. It's actually from Yehu.
Oh no, Canyon is just going to kill Beryl here before anything has really happened, but still, Yehu is going to turn up like you were talking about. There's the shock blast.
Damage. Rascal's here too. Can D+ get out?
Oh no, they're just a little bit out of time here. And so Rascal can't quite get in. Yehu's just going to be taken down. Deft grabs that one, dashes.
Hold on.
Wait, but he's taken
Rascal!
And he's down to his GA now. Rascal, can you kill Deft? That is the question. He skates away, but it's Croco. He doesn't have the damage, and I think Deft is still going to be able to do it here. Croco will be taken out. The piercing arrow, not enough. The flash has to come forward. Oh, getting out of the way of that.
It's level 18, 13 kills.
It's so difficult as now the Ram is called once again. Double knock up, Beryl taken down solo. My goodness. What is that damage? It's just absurd. Sterix has now been put together here for Deft. He's a raid boss as Kehu.
One last fight.
Don't flip it. Don't flip it, guys.
It didn't go well for you in game 2.
Well, Rascal's inside the pit now. Sorry, Canyon is. Rascal can dive on forward.
Rascal.
Strike. They've set it up. Croco, can you get in here and try and steal this one away? Is Canyon going to be able to stun him? He takes down the tree. Rascal is going to be in once again as the Baron is secured by the Maokai that isn't actually on DRX. It was a member of D+ Kia for that moment, and they'll be able to take it now to crush the rest of the base.
Deft is at full health, he is full build, he has full experience, he's level 18, and he just does so much damage here that in these longer fights you just don't have a hope, you don't have a prayer. Even with Serpent's Fang, you're not going to break through those shields. You just can't. It's not going to happen, and they can actually just push to end here. They're like, do we want this Drake? Not really. Actually, just push forward here with these minions. CP comes through, only one Nexus turret alive.
Yeah, and
barely.
Deft is going to need a bit more CS here as well. He's only at 517 right now as this last Nexus turret in trouble. Tibbers was battering it. Nice double knock-up once again. This Paddock is going to be the first one to go down. Rascal should be the next one to fall. The counter-strike is good, but it is not good enough. And it's a double for Deft as they say goodnight to the Nexus. A far more difficult best of 3 though, and hats off.
Desperation. And we'll see how comms go, because there were a lot of smiles on the faces here of D+ at the end of the game, despite, I think, what was nearly a huge upset.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see still very serious about this whole situation.
Yeah, calling to play it slow. Calling no flash on Ash. Oh man, the knocked up here very good for Kana in this final moment. Redeeming himself quite a bit for what was a big mistake in the big game. Kana's having a good time. I think he knows it's been one of those games.
A little bit of a